Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to welcome everyone to our regular show, Let's Talk. Usually, we invite people working in healthcare fields, especially doctors, to talk about their views, activities, and achievements. Today, I am so honored to invite a person who is a motivational speaker, hands-on course coordinator, speaker, clinician, and more. Actually, this is very formal introduction and I have found it in a web banner. And now I'll tell you what is the word more meaning. Last day I was listening one of his lectures and he said there is nothing more. But this more means a lot to me. I know this more means he is a magician who can keep his audience sitting hours after hours in front of him to listen his lecture with full concentration. He is that philosopher whose single thinking can change thousands of dentists' mind. He is that life coach who has thousands of students all around the world, including myself. He is none other than Dr. Rajiv Verma, who has more than thousands of fans and followers all around the world and including Bangladesh. Dr. Rajiv Verma, sir, I'm very much delighted to have you with me in my program, Let's Talk. It is really a great moment for me, for my anchoring career, that I am interviewing my mentor. How are you?
Oh, I am super fine. And thank you, Atik, for this wonderful interview today. And we will enjoy, and I'm sure to begin with, I have to say one thing for sure. I am missing Bangladesh. I am missing Dhaka. I am missing all of you. And I'm missing your great Bangladeshi food.
Wow, we are also missing you, sir. As because we are in a lockdown situation, we are missing your lectures. But yesterday, I think many of the Bangladeshi dentists have joined your lecture in World Dental Association live. So it was amazing, amazing. But we will go to that lecture, the topic of that lecture. But before that, I want to know what are you doing in this pandemic situation?
So presently,
Present.
I am locked down. I am locked down. I am alive, as you can see. I am healthy, as you can see. I have purposely reduced 4 kilos of weight in the last 4 weeks.
Okay.
I have stopped one meal
Mm-hmm.
because whenever I see a migrant worker or somebody on television who is not getting his meals, my mind just doesn't allow me to enjoy 3 meals a day. It's out of question. And in fact, from this week onwards, I'm planning to reduce one more meal is the aim for the next 1 month or until the lockdown. Let me see. If my diabetes allows it, I will do it. If not, then I will change to a protein diet, but I will definitely reduce things. There will be food crisis in the coming months, that's for sure. So we all need to get ready on even that front. So I thought, let me make a beginning on that also during lockdown. Then another thing, I probably had that inclination of cooking. Now I have become a proper cook in 4 months. I'm sure a lot of men globally have become great cooks, but I am passionate about it and I'm confident about it. And I think I can make a livelihood out of cooking.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe in 2 years down the line, you may see me at a restaurant and when you say, who cooked this meal for us today? And can you meet your chef? And then I will walk out and you will get a shock of your life because, oh my God, a dentist and a chef, it's possible.
Is it your retirement plan? Okay, we will come to your retirement plan, but before that, I would like to know. Uh, I know you as a very much positive man. I would like to listen something positive about our dentistry from you because most of the time I am listening. Every dentist is saying some negative thoughts about in this pandemic situation. I would like to listen something positive from you.
Perfect. Yesterday, you said you attended my webinar, correct?
Yeah.
And the title of the webinar was I Can, I Will, I Must. And the subtitle of the webinar was, if you remember, have some time, laughter time with me,
Mhm.
and etc., etc., and not in so happier times. So one dentist called me up and said, "So why have you written this not so happy times? Can't you write in a simple way? COVID-19 times, pandemic times, bad times." I said, "No, even this time is a happy time. The only difference is this time is not a happier time." So we are in a bad situation, no doubt about it, correct? But
Mm.
then what's the point thinking negatively? Think positively. I am still happy sitting at home. I am still happy because I am not getting in touch with the virus. The virus is waiting outside my door. I am his food. He wants to eat me, and I refuse to go out. So I think I'm protecting myself. I'm protecting my family. I'm protecting my patients. I'm protecting everybody. So positive. And I am so positive that, trust me, this virus will disappear someday.
Mhm.
Once it disappears, whenever it disappears, or whenever it mellows down, we dentists will be back in practice as powerful as we are, because still human beings have teeth. Or forget teeth, even if they don't have teeth, they need a dentist for sure. So my dear dentist friends from Bangladesh,
Mhm.
just don't worry at all. Whatever your age, enjoy this lockdown with your family, enjoy this lockdown with your friends,
Mhm.
relatives, everybody on Zoom or on Google Duo or on WhatsApp video call. You know,
Mhm.
learn some new trick, learn some new. Just keep yourselves busy positively.
Okay.
Don't think about money. Don't think about anything else. And if you are unable to be in a positive mood, well, get in touch with people like me. You all have my almost, I think, my email address or my website address, or my even, I guess, my WhatsApp number is with everybody.
Mhm.
Just get in touch with me and I will make you get out of that small depressive zone.
It's really a great opportunity for the depressed dentist to contact with you and get the happy thoughts from you. Okay, sir, I would like to know that is because of this pandemic condition, most of the clinics are now facing some financial crisis, and most of the dentists are thinking about a second source of income. So, what is your opinion about having a second source of income?
Good. First of all, don't lose hope at all. At all. As in my yesterday's webinar, which I have mentioned, it depends what is the age of the dentist. And that will define what you need to actually do. So yesterday I started with 60 plus. Today I'll start with 25 plus.
Mhm.
So all those young dentists who are 25 plus and who do not have their own clinic, and you are working with somebody,
Mhm.
even if you're getting a small salary or
Mhm.
even if you're getting no salary, just continue with that dentist till this crisis gets over. Just don't bother about anything. All those young dentists who were about to open their dental clinic in the next 3 months, or last month or this month, oh, please postpone it for at least 1 full year, because even after the virus goes, it will take definitely some more time for the patients to get confidence into dentistry and come back. Also remember, like we are having a financial crunch, even our patients will have a financial crunch, except the upper class patients, rich patients. I would in a language say Dr. Sattar's by patients, they will not have a problem. So Dr. Sattar will always have patients. But a middle class family, a lower class family, a
Mhm.
poor class patient
Mhm.
will have financial issues. So dentistry being a non-essential part of life, you know,
Mhm.
it can wait. It can survive on tablets, antibiotics, and we can wait. So dentists who are in the age group, or dentists who wish to start their clinic, or already interiors have been done, the chair has been installed, and you were supposed to do your opening on, say, Eid, which is coming. Oh my God, just postpone it for one more year. Okay?
Mhm.
Dentists who have started a practice just 3 years ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, 4 years ago, just don't lose hope. Sit tight at home. Don't think about money. You are only 28 to 30 years old. If you are in this age group bracket, remember one thing from me. Like yesterday, as I said, everybody, when you are going to listen to me, please sit with a pen and paper, even in this interview with Dr. Atik. Because what I tell, I want you to write it down. Because after this interview is over, that small piece of paper, what you write, is going to help you immensely. Every time you think of something wrong, just take that paper in your hand, read my points, and you will be happy again. Dentists between age group 28 and 30, 3 years into practice, say, just sit tight at home. Retirement age of a dentist normally globally is around 65. You can work even more, but normally for a dentist 65, because by 65 you will definitely have backache, neckache, some physical problem because of our working posture. So at 65, if it's our retirement age, just subtract your present age, which is say 30, correct? That means a young dentist of age 28 and 30 has 30 to 32 more years to work. Can't we sacrifice just 12 months of our life, or 6 months of our life, or say 3 months of our life for a lockdown, just to keep ourselves away from the virus? I think donate these months for your safety and for the safety of your family and your patients. There are 30 years ahead of us to earn money, and patients need us. They will definitely have a toothache. They will have a cavity. They will have pain. They will have gum disease. And they will have to come. So don't worry.
Okay.
Patient dentists who are between 30 and say direct 40 years of age now. Let me take a big jump. 30, just about settling in dentistry. May have some loans for equipment. May have some loan for the premises. Maybe you are on a rent somewhere and you have to pay your monthly rent. Don't worry again, because as in India, how the government of India has done, I'm sure government of Bangladesh is also going to do the same. Or if they have not done, you need to demand it. The government in India has already waived off regular EMI payment to a bank until June 30th as of now, and they're going to further waive it off for at least 3 more months for sure. But that does not mean that your EMI is waived off. Only you need not pay anything for these 3 months. Okay. Now the problem here would be interest would get added on your loans, and your tenure of your loan, if it was say 5 years, may become 6.5 years. Correct? But that's absolutely okay. When you start earning, say after 1 year, and when you're back to your normal earning, start paying your EMIs regularly, and then say when you have a little more money in your pocket because you made some 10-unit bridge for a patient, you put 4 implants, you did one big veneer case and a full mouth rehab case, and suddenly you have this big money coming. Pay some large amount of say 50,000 takas and 1 lakh takas to the bank, and get your tenure back from 6.5 years to what it was to 5 years. You have enough time to do that. Same way, remember, if you have a rental premises and the owner of the clinic is asking for the rent, please talk to the owner. Trust me, he will not evict you. In India, the government has made a notification that nobody can evict any tenant in these testing times. I'm sure in Bangladesh would be the same they will do. So you now are protected by the government also. Okay, that does not mean that we should ask for waiver of rent, because that's not right. Because the person who has rented the premises, his life and his family may be surviving on that income. So what you need to do is talk to your owner that please give me time. Once I am back, I will pay off all the balance rents. I will pay it together, or I'll pay you in parts, but I promise you I will pay. Okay? Don't worry about it. Also remember, if the tenant really evicts you after say 6 months or 7 months, trust me, he's not going to get a new tenant so easily at that rent what you have been paying. Because People don't have money in their pocket. All businesses are down. So if he is charging you, say, 10,000 takas as the rent per month,
Mhm.
trust me, if he removes you, evicts you, and he wants to now rent it out to somebody else, say a mobile shop or, a restaurant or anybody in any other business, trust me, those guys will tell him he can't even afford a rent of more than 5,000 takas. And then he will call you back and say, "Arey beta, come back. I think you were better for me." You know? So please have a frank conversation with your owners. Owners will also understand, it's tough times for everybody. Dentists were age group. Let me finish till
Okay.
the 60 age group completely. Same way for your EMIs. Absolutely don't worry. Talk to the bank.
Mhm.
It'll happen properly. Dentist 40 to 50 age group. Well, you will have some more expenses. Probably you started one more dental clinic. You bought an intraoral scanner worth 25 lakh takas. Or, you bought a 3D printer, and you bought a microscope or a RBG, and you just invested money into dentistry this year, or you bought a car worth 15 lakh takas, or you bought a farmland worth another flat in Dhaka city, just next to Dr. Sattar's house, the most expensive area, and you are now stuck royally. Your money in stock market is in down with 40%. Your systematic investment plan is gone for a toss. E- Everybody is in the same boat. Don't worry. Take my own example. My retirement fund has dropped down by 38%. 38%. I'll have to now work for additional 5 more years to cover up that 38% plus add money onto it, which has been, supposed to be earned in this year. Everything will. Don't worry, nothing will happen. Or you'll have some educational expenses of your children, as I said yesterday. You may have their tuition fees. You may be that one idiot, I may say, who have put your children for skating classes, and you want to make your child a Olympian at least, because you yourselves could not become one. You unfortunately became a dentist, and you always wanted to become a singer, so you put your child in a singing class, and now you can't afford those fees of that class. Oh, please stop that class. No need to spend on their extracurricular activity. I think this lockdown has allowed every parent to spend super quality time with your children. Correct? If I
Mhm.
am not mistaken.
Mhm.
Take this. I'm sure you will be able to teach your child, whether he is in first standard or whether he is in 12th standard. There is no need for tuitions anymore. You can take out time to teach your child. Save money wherever you can. I don't know how much of Amazon is in Bangladesh, but in India, every young dentist between, say, 18 years age to around 40
Mhm.
is constantly buying something every week from Amazon. You need to change your habits now. You can't wait for a one plus that one plus T. I think that one plus T 8, I think, model is coming, right?
Right.
And you don't need to buy it. Just my suggestion, if there are any of these apps on your mobile phone, remove all those apps. We don't need them. You don't need a new mobile for the next 3 years. Don't buy new clothes for next 3 years. Dentists who are already going to struggle financially, if you feel,
Mhm.
don't spend money on all these things. Concentrate on your work. Spend money on sterilization protocols.
Mhm.
Spend money on changing or modifying your clinic as per the new protocols which have come or which will come shortly.
Mhm.
Avoid unnecessary spending for sure. I'm so grateful to actually the virus. Yesterday in my presentation, I thanked the virus, and I've got so many messages. Are you mad? Are you crazy? How can you talk like this? This is not the way you talk on a webinar. How can you thank the virus? I said, no, we need to thank the virus, because the virus has put discipline in us now. The virus has given me time to spend time with my family, which
Mhm.
I was neglecting for years. The virus has given me time to introspect myself. The virus has cleaned my environment outside. It's so nice and clean. It's such an irony. Even I'm sure weather in Bangladesh also is extremely clean because of the lockdown.
Exactly.
And so how unfortunate we are. We have to still wear a mask and sit at home inside. We cannot even enjoy that weather which is
Yeah,
outside.
cleanliness.
This is all human creation,
Mm,
and the virus is telling us, guys, you need to sit quiet. It's my time to clean up things. He is, of course, cleaning up some population also. You
mm,
know, he feels that 65 plus people are unwanted on this planet. He is taking them away more than younger generation. He's such a programmed virus, I will tell you. He knows everything. Go and bite a dentist, you know.
mm,
Go and bite a dent. He knows it. He knows it. He knows it that if at these times, if a dentist works on a patient, the
mm,
moment a patient opens his mouth, he is sitting right inside his mouth. You know, the patient may be asymptomatic. Remember this very, very well.
mhm,
So sit tight. Dentists aged 50 and 60. Yes, you may have some big educational fees. I
mhm.
don't know what is the status in Bangladesh about education loan, but in India we can get an education loan.
Okay.
And the loan, the parent is a guarantor for the loan, but the loan needs to be repaid by the child when he or she completes his graduation or post graduation and when they get a job.
Mhm,
Until then, the banks allow a moratorium period,
mhm,
and that's fantastic, you know, because now you will not be able to probably pay that EMI or the interest, but you need not pay because that moratorium of 2 years, I'm sure the banks will increase it to 1 year plus or 2 years more, and let your child become whoever, engineer, doctor, scientist, you know, any medi. And then when he starts earning, the child will pay the loan for it. You know, it's his loan. So don't worry and don't take stress at all. 60 plus guys,
mhm.
retire. Yesterday I said retire. The virus is telling you there are too many dentists in dentistry today in every country, especially Asian countries like India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. For our in India, there are 3 lakh practicing dentists. I'm sure I know Bangladesh very well. The same story in Dhaka, where if you walk on the main street in Dhaka and if you look up like this, you see a board of a dentist. If you look little on the left, you see a board of a dentist. You look behind, you see another board of a dentist. Correct? In a kilometer in India and Dhaka, there are hundreds of dentists in a 1 square kilometer area. You
Mhm.
know, 60 plus guys, please retire. These young dentists will get our patients. In a way we will do social service, you know, and in a way we will be safe away from the virus. At 60 plus, I'm sure. Let's take Dr. Sattar's example. Atik, give my regards, a big hug from me to Dr. Sattar Bhai the moment you meet me. Okay, meet him. Okay, and before that, of course, call him up and tell that I am remembering him and I am missing the food prepared by his wife. That one beautiful night when I went to his house for dinner the last time I came. Okay, and of course all other,
Well said.
and also all my girlfriends in Dhaka. You know, all Dr. Sattar's associates. Yes. So please tell them I am missing all of them. Anyways, so 60 plus guys,
Mhm.
yes, you have an option here. Either retire. I retired. Can you believe that? Not because of the virus, but I retired 2 years ago from clinical practice, and I've joined my daughter's profession.
Okay,
It's
I
so
have
funny.
a great interest in
Normally, we
that.
make
I'm
our
into
children into.
retirement plan.
Pardon?
Hmm. I have a great
Pardon?
interest about your retirement plan. Actually,
Okay.
I have a question. I have prepared a question for you.
Okay. I will go on that. I
Retirement.
will go on that. So
Okay.
let me finish this 60 plus. 60 plus guys, just take retirement. I'm sure Dr. Sattar has cash in his house. Dr. Sattar has fixed deposits.
Mhm,
Dr. Sattar, when I say, I'm also saying about Dr. Moin Jan, give my regards to him also. I'm
mhm,
talking about all those dentists in Dhaka who are 55 plus or 60 plus, 65 plus.
mhm,
You have cash, you have fixed deposits in a bank, you
mhm,
know, you have 2 3 cars, you have shares, you have probably SIP investments. I'm sure you have property investments, you have a land in your native place or land or a plot in Dhaka city or somewhere.
Mhm.
What are you bothered of? Just retire and enjoy. Live a stress-free life. Hand over your clinic keys to one young dentist whom you trust. Tell him I'm giving you my clinic.
Mhm.
Either you purchase it at X price, or give me a monthly of the earning so
Mhm.
that you are also happy. Correct? You can be consultant to that practice where it's your own practice, but now you don't do anything. You go consultant and you work on select cases if you still have that itch that I need to do little more dentistry, just to fulfill that. But
Mhm.
just retire and saying you and pursue something else in life, what you always wanted to become. Trust me, you know this very well. 98% of dentists in India and in Bangladesh
Mhm.
never wanted to be dentists in life. We all know this. There is another lecture of mine, Life as a BDS, Life as a MDS. I think I've given this lecture in Bangladesh too, in Dhaka in one of the conferences. We never wanted to become a dentist. So we all had that one something inside us. Explore that one something now for all
Mhm.
dentists above 55
Mhm.
and be passionate about that one thing which you always wanted to be and pursue it for the next 5 years, 10 years, or till you are alive. Perfect. So my mantra,
Mhm.
don't be worried about money. For young dentists, there are a number of years to work and come back in full form in life, in dentistry. For middle-aged dentists, you have still 15, 20 years to work. So what's your age, Atik?
Uh,
You look 25, but I guess 32,
yes,
34. How much?
33.
33. Oh, well, you are not sure. Okay. Go home and ask your parents or ask your wife what's your age. I think I never asked your marriage anniversary. I asked your age, 33.
33.
65 minus 33. My maths is poor. You have 32 years to practice.
Mhm.
Oh my God. Can you imagine yourselves 32 years from now? Eh?
So I.
I can imagine. I can imagine, as Bangladesh economy is growing,
Mhm.
and I know this that the Bangladesh economy is doing better than Indian economy
Mhm.
before Corona, of course. Now
Mhm.
everybody will be in trouble. So considering this economic growth in your country, Atik will be richer than Dr. Sattar 32 years later. Can you believe that? So what are you worried about, yaar? Just forget about money at this moment. Enjoy your radio shows, enjoy your Zoom meetings like this with everybody,
This is really
and
so
have
much
fun in
helpful and
dentistry.
so much
Keep
positive.
everybody's morale high.
Mhm.
Okay? And 60 plus, I said, just retire. Don't bother about money. Don't bother. So this is my take home for you as per age, for money, for rent, for EMI,
Mhm.
for your children's education.
Mhm.
I think I spoke everything.